Hi and welcome to the Malat Cookery channel. So today I'm making mature cheddar cheese filled potato and garlic croquettes. So these croquettes, I only came up with this recipe this morning, couldn't sleep, got up early, just started to mess around in the kitchen. They worked first time, which is quite unusual for me, but they're absolutely delicious. So it's basically mature cheddar cheese surrounded with a really nice mashed potato, which is flavoured with garlic and parsley, covered in breadcrumbs and then deep fried. As usual, a full list of ingredients will be given at the end of the video, so let's have a look at those ingredients now and anything else we're going to need for today. So ingredients for today, I've got 2 Maris Piper potatoes which have been peeled and chopped, and that's about the size of the potatoes that I've used. Got 1 teaspoon of dried parsley, teaspoon of corn flour, half a teaspoon of garlic powder. Going to be using some extra mature cheddar cheese, some white breadcrumbs and some seasoning, so I've got black pepper and salt. So the first thing I want to do is to boil the potatoes. So I've got some slightly salted boiling water in the pan. Add the potatoes. Get this water back up to the boil as soon as possible, and then once it's back up to the boil, we're going to cook these potatoes for 10 minutes. We'll know when they're cooked because if we pass a fork through a piece of potato, it'll go through the potato without much resistance and the potato piece will break in half. So once these are boiled, we'll come back and I'll show you the next step. So once our potatoes are boiled and drained, the next thing to do is to mash them. So it'd be a shame to go to all this effort to make these croquettes if the mash turns out to be quite lumpy. So I just want to show you how I actually mash potato, make sure they're nice and smooth. So we keep the potato in the sieve where we drain them, and just with a fork I'm just going to crush the potatoes up. Okay, so once we've brought those potatoes down with a fork, obviously the sieve is over a bowl. Next thing to do is to take a spatula and just push the potato through the sieve, and that creates a really nice mash with no lumps in it whatsoever. Okay, so that only took 2 minutes and we've got lump-free mashed potato guaranteed. Next thing to do, we add in our dried parsley, garlic powder, and our corn flour, and just make sure that's all mixed in. Okay, next thing we take our cheese, and we just want to cut off just a 1 centimetre block, and then cut that again and in half. So we end up with a block like that. Then take a little bit of our potato mix, just flatten that out on the palm of your hand, place a block of cheese in the centre and bring that up, and then another piece on the top. Roll this out, just nice and gentle, and flatten in the ends. So we basically end up with a shape like that. We take our breadcrumbs, roll our croquette in the breadcrumbs. Don't forget the ends. So cover the ends as well. You can press down just a little bit firmly if you like. Once you're happy that it's coated, just continue to do that until all of the potato is used up. I'm just going to reserve this to one side, and as I say, just do the rest of them. The next thing to do is obviously deep fat fry them. So I've got our deep fat fryer set to 170 degrees centigrade. It's now come up to temperature. So I'm just going to fry off 2 of these just to show you for purpose of the video. So we want to fry these for about 7 minutes. That'll give you enough time to heat that potato all the way through and start to melt that mature cheddar cheese in the centre. Okay, so you know when they're cooked, when they start to rise to the surface. So I'm going to reserve these now on kitchen paper, keep them warm while I obviously do the rest of the croquettes. So as a first time recipe, these are absolutely delicious. I'm really pleased with how they've turned out, and they're definitely going to be on the menu for us in the future. Please subscribe to the channel, and as usual, if you've enjoyed this particular video, hit the like button. Thank you very much for watching.